Fair warning. Ridiculous warning. What's worse though, the alarm in the morning, like somebody was actually there to pay attention to. I mean, I can walk around and try to divine everything that I see, like in the future, there is only cause to create mystery. Except when the warnings then become relevant. But then are not our tools heaven sent? Then are they really actually tools at that point? Points to this, points to that. Every single point points to that. If I'm allowed to make my point, I was thinking a little bit ago about proving nothing. Like, everybody is watching to see what you get without actually ever observing the moment. What's more important, the food or the wine? To stay at home or to call home mine? Then am I so small or am I so big? Either way, if I say something bold, I should be able to get over it. If I'm actually that confident. Otherwise, I'm going to bring it back to some point of the fact that the thought itself that the way we act at the time it takes at you can imagine me keep going at that. Don't you get it? Regardless, and if you don't, then should I actually think that there's something to get? And if not, then maybe I should get quit. Do people want to hear you plain? Or do they want to hear you sane? It's not that far off for the plains to become loons, and what's sane to become zany. What do things want? Just a wave? Or do they want things to behave? Goes up to every sign I see. For all the warnings I say, what's me? For everything else, I say, what's good? If there's some point of being, then there's probably something worth seeing, which is going to create some confusion as to where it is that you are. If you can see things away that far, how far do I take that? To some fact that can break that. Like facts themselves are just destruction. Then at this point, it's like my words are obstruction to the fact. But it's a matter of fact because it's like breaking the word. You catch that, Space Dad? Or should I keep going? But then under what title am I showing? Then are the woods all zen? Actually like Greece in the end? Like the point that they actually broke was when the Roman plain made it look like the clouds. Obviously, lots of things to say there. All of a sudden turns into a square. You want to talk about the cold? Like, up means nothing? I'm in Egypt with all these mummies. Like, fair warnings are then fair hellos. But I mean, if I get it, and I actually really get it, do I really have to my talkie it? You know? Like, they all say that they battled against some great kid. Is his name Billy or Willie or El Cid? So if I get your fair hello, then are you at least going to tell me where to go? At least try to scare me if you actually know what's up. Otherwise, when I get fucked up, it's not really going to be funny. And then the clouds might just tell you fair weather. Some weather warning. Like it's all about, do we have to go out, but what's out and what's in? I mean, do you know what I mean? Yells this all of a sudden. Makes it sound like some spring. Because I can do that. But obviously it's like, I can even see what's right and wrong. Even though what I'm seeing right now, it would be like, there is no care. But what's with all these cars? Anywhere. Anyway. And I can say that right now. Because I just told you how. And no one else is telling me anything. None of you are seeing what I'm seeing. Tell me then. Why don't any of you tell me then? Did any of you actually really try? Like, really, the only thing that up means is to fly? Then you all say you can't do that. But it's just basically like leaving. Which just goes back to any notion of courage. Is there only one mummy? I don't know. Just a second ago, it was like there's one dead and one alive. Maybe, just maybe, flying is like learning to drive. Then does the world end? Is there actually any true sin? Funny to say that. I could probably blow that up into some giant mirage. That as soon as you look at it, it looks like it goes in another direction. Just simply as thought for its cause. Like every single sin itself. if was true, when we sinned, we'd be done. Done forever. Sun, sunny, suns. But that's obviously not the case. Unless we get into some details about there being only one race. And if that's the case, why are you not here and you're over there? Like being able to play with sin is like playing with fire, but guess what? The fire is just light, and at that point, it's higher. It's up. It's might. Divine's light, like sparks. Just said words that make no sense to my mouth in the way that they sound, but it felt profound. Expresses it, actually, in great detail. Like I've written about all the realms of hell. One vampire, two vampire, three vampires, four. One coffin opens. Then obviously skips the rhyme like some gene. Which tries to possess what's then seen. Like, there's always something that's been farther. Funny to even say that. That's actually almost like the breaking point for there's always something more. Saying that there's something always farther, or been farther. I don't even know why that is, but I can tell that it is the breaking point to actually there always being something more. I just know that it is by saying that.